Hey guys, so I'm really sorry about all the technical difficulties. Now I'm on Nate's phone and we're hoping that the audio works a lot better now. If it doesn't, tell me in the comments. I have my husband checking for me as well, and hopefully I'll start hearing myself in the background. If not, we may have to postpone this until I'm not in the woods. Not in the woods would be probably a very good time to do Facebook Live. The weird thing is, I've never had a problem doing this before. But Nate's given me the keep going. So, while I have everyone, I want to introduce myself. My name's Brianna, and I own Paperless Marketing. I'm a marketing consultant here in New Bern, North Carolina. And today, we are going to be answering your questions live. So, thank you for being here, and I appreciate you taking the time to do so. I'm going to do kind of like a little brief kind of explanation of what's going on. So earlier today, I asked you, my audience, if you had any questions, big struggles, or anything that you couldn't seem to get a hold of or a handle on. And you guys swamped me with questions. So I'm going to be covering the best ones that came across the most often. So, let's get started. Got my paper brain with me. By the way, if you have a question that you would like answered in the future, hey Shannon, all you have to do is just message me. You can reach out to me on Snapchat. You can reach out to me on Twitter. You can reach out to me on Facebook. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm everywhere. You can find me. And if you still can't find me, I'll give you my phone number. I'm here to help you. So, our first question was from Nessie. I'm going to mess up her last name, so I'm sorry. Aquinio. She wanted to know, what's the best social media etiquette? Is there something that she needs to know to participate better within a community? Yeah. Social media etiquette is incredibly important if you want to reach out to the social media community. You can't just go in there and start talking, which is what I see happen a lot. A lot of businesses feel that they just need to be there and not actually participate in the community. No bueno. Nobody likes a cold sale, and nobody likes somebody who just starts talking about themselves without listening or understanding the rules of the community first. I mean, you would never walk into the Coastal Carolina Women's Forum or a referral network group or the Small Business Center and just start going, hey, my name's Brianna, I own Paperless Marketing, listen to me, here's all my stuff. It's not good etiquette in rule of thumb is, if it's not good etiquette in person, it's probably not good etiquette online. And the more transparent you are online, the better. Because people love to see you and what you do, and they want to network with you and get to know you. And with the ability to go live and talk to them face to face, it's just like being there in person. So I would say yes. There is a very strict social media etiquette, but no different than what you would do in real life with a person that you were conversing with in person. Our second question comes to us from Shauna Reeves in Arizona. She actually asked a question that I'm going to throw to you guys because I looked all day. I contacted several other Snapchatters and no one seemed to have a clear answer about this. She wanted to know about Snapchat content. Which works better, videos or pictures? So I'm going to throw it to you guys and see what you guys think, because me personally, there's a reason why I'm not on Instagram. I'm not very good at telling a story with just one image, but when it comes to Snapchat, I love incorporating images into my videos, because sometimes the things you need to say need to be really quick, and a 10-second video is just too long for that. And Shannon's saying video. Why do you think, I'm curious to know, why do you say video only? Or are you just saying video is more engaging than a picture or an image? And what do you think about the Snapchat videos that are, so for example, I don't even know how to word it. So the Snapchat videos that are videos, but they're not of the person. So I posted a couple videos today that weren't of me. But they were videos. There was music incorporated into them, or there was a really cool moving background image, but it wasn't a video of myself. Do you think that that matters as far as quality goes? I don't know. So far, I've gotten the same rate regardless of whether it's of my face or whether it's of a video with a really interesting image in the background. Shannon's, as I'm reading, I can't read and think. Shannon said, video makes me feel closer to someone. I like to see the person. It makes me feel more engaged. I'm with you. I like seeing faces too because I want to know who I'm talking to, especially now with the Bitmojis. I've seen people send me Bitmojis. One did it today, and he had green hair in his Bitmoji, and I was like, oh, but I've never seen your face. Do you have green hair? I have green hair. Well, it's blue now, but I have green hair. And he's like, no, I just picked that. And I was like, ugh, how am I supposed to... You got me all excited for nothing, man. I was really hoping that you were going to have green hair like me, because that would be just the bee's knees. So, I'm going to move on to the next question, but if anybody wants me to go back, I'm here. I'm also, so I posted a live video on my personal feed maybe 10 minutes ago, and there was no sound. And I've noticed that I got more viewers on that 30-second live video on my personal Facebook than I am on my business page. So I'm wondering if the Facebook algorithm accounts for that. Someone today that I spoke with over Snapchat said that it doesn't, and the Facebook Live videos override the business algorithm. But I don't know. My screen is definitely reading something different, and I realize I'm pointing up here, and you guys can't even see it. It's not like Snapchat where I can go, oh, look, it's the time, and then know where that is. I'm a goober. I'm too used to Snapchat. Okay, so Amber Davis from Maryland said, do I have to be on every social network? No. I corrected someone the other day at the Small Business Center because they were trying to tell people to go ahead and claim your name. Claim it right away if you know you're going to have a business. Okay, I'm with you. You should claim your name, but keep that private. Because if you claim a social media page just for the name and then you don't do anything, it looks like you don't care about your customers. It looks like you're not in business. It looks just bad. It's like having a business or a storefront of a business and then just having the curtains down all the time. Can I come in or no? So my advice is to pick the networks that you feel comfortable in and that you enjoy normally. So if I could, I would fire Twitter in a heartbeat. I know it's great and there's a great audience there, and there are things like ChatSnap that happened today that talks about Snapchat and builds a community through Twitter because it's a great engagement platform for specific conversations. But I'm not a fan of Twitter. I'm not. Just like I'm not a fan of Instagram, and I am not there. He may have put me there, but I'm not good at telling a story through an image alone, so I avoid the platform because for me, it's better to put 110% into the platforms that I know well than it ever is trying to, excuse my French, but half-ass it. Because that just doesn't work. It doesn't look good. It looks like you don't know what you're doing. So if you're only good at Facebook, stick to Facebook and expand your knowledge on Facebook. Utilize Facebook Blueprint, which is a free resource through Facebook to learn. And now I think they have a certification course. I feel like I got an email that came across the screen, was like, Facebook now has a certification course that you can take. So that way you're a Facebook mastermind for business. And I was like, oh, cool, delete. But there are resources out there, free resources for you to learn and be able to do things just like we're doing, me and Shannon or otherwise. And it would be fantastic. I don't know how you feel, Shannon. I'd love to get your input. And my connection is weak, so I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. But, well, it is weak, and I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and share this on my personal Facebook. So that way, hopefully, we can get some more audience members in here. Because you guys asked the questions, and I'd be so sad if you guys didn't know where to go to get the answers. That's no bueno. So let's see. This is really weird to see myself on my other phone. I don't know that I like that. So give me 1 second. I'm going to switch it over to my timeline, so hopefully more can join in. Alrighty. So the next question that we had was from Ashley Davis in Virginia, and she wanted to know, how do you come up with content? This is a really easy question, and I'm really excited to cover it. So there's so many ways to come up with content, one of which is my favorite. Just listen to your audience. Listen to the problems that they have, and then give them a solution. Super easy. If you have a hard time coming up with your own content, or you don't know enough to write a blog or contribute to the conversation in a way that solves a problem, the best thing that you can do is still listen to your audience and then share relevant answers with them. So go out and find the people that do have the answers and then share those, share those answers with your audience. So there are really good resources. For example, Shannon, who is chit-chatting with us in here, she's a great real estate agent with great tips, and she is going to be doing, hey Jim, hey Carteret, Shannon is going to be doing a whole real estate class through, oh my gosh, I'm not even sure what platform you're doing it, but I know it's virtual, and anybody who's, thanks for your help. Shannon, I have no, can you help me real quick? Where is, or can you throw the link to your real estate marketing thing that you're doing with Chelsea and Fraser, so that way anybody else who's watching who's doing real estate can partake in that, because I know that you guys have great tips. I wouldn't be friends with you if you guys didn't know what you were talking about. But you can do things like that. You can share webinars. I'm on a platform called Own It, which is run through QuickBooks, which is for any small business, and they have live events all the time. They had one last week that was just specifically for people who needed legal advice who couldn't afford a lawyer yet. And so they brought a lawyer on and they did a live broadcast through their platform, and anybody who had questions could communicate with them live, and the lawyer answered, and it was really neat. And it's a great free resource. You can also utilize the resources in your own community through the Small Business Center that we have here in New Bern as well as Carteret County. And they have so many tools and information. So depending on what your business is or what it is that you're trying to promote or talk about or establish yourself as an authority in, I would definitely recommend, if you cannot come up with your own content, find those who are producing original content and then share it. So that's my 2 cents. Our last question comes from Allison in North Carolina, and she says, should I pay for social media ads? Oh, this is a tricky one for me, because I do and I have paid for social media ads when I used to work for bigger companies. But now that I run my own business, I'm all about organic reach. However, not everyone is great at driving organic engagement. It's difficult, it's time consuming, but it is your best asset, because if you can work with the Facebook algorithm or the Instagram algorithm or Twitter to drive organic traffic, the quality is better, the engagement is better, your participants, as far as who is engaging with you, are typically better. But for those of you who have a hard time or maybe don't have the time to put, because my day is like a 16-hour day responding to people. My night usually picks up around now and doesn't end until like 2 a.m. And that's all real-time marketing, and that's how you build organic engagement, is to consistently just talk to your audience and listen to what they have to say. But I'll tell you what, Facebook ads are pretty good too, especially if you're paying per impression. It's like 1 or 2 cents. That's not bad. And if you know how to do it, it's totally, excuse the kitty, it's totally the way to go. It's much cheaper than running an ad in a newspaper. It's much cheaper than doing mailers. But Shannon does a really good way of marketing as well that's organic, but doesn't use ads. She likes to go around to her homeowners and do little like care packages. I saw her do one once where she had a cute little hammer and a little toolkit, and she went around and, hey, I wanted to give this to you for a new homeowner, and by the way, I work on referrals. So I think you can do it a bunch of different ways. You have to look at what works best for your business and what your budget is. But if you're looking for affordable marketing, social media is definitely your best bet, especially if you know what you're doing or you've hired somebody who knows what they're doing, because $50 can go a long, long way on Facebook. Like, a long way. When I used to work for the real estate agency here in New Bern, and we were trying to do rentals, man, the budget wasn't even like $25, and we were able to like rapidly fill up the rentals. So I'd look into it, and if you don't know or you want more information about that, you know how to reach me. My last question was from Hillel, and he was asking me about CRMs. So for those of you who don't know what a CRM is, it's a customer relations management tool. And it is something to help you keep your customers organized. Normally it's automated. You can usually set up your own templates. I've had the pleasure and misery of creating one from scratch. But his question was, should I use it? And should I use it even though it's incredibly time consuming and seems to be counterproductive? Again, it depends on how well you are at remembering things. So I use iCalendar, and I actually use social media as my CRM to remind myself to do things. I set up events and tasks, and if I'm not sure if I can attend it, I hit interested, and then Facebook bothers me all the time to remind me, and then I'll either confirm or deny that I'll be there. I use my iCalendar to confirm appointments with clients. I do have Insightly, and I was really hoping to be able to set up Insightly and use a really good CRM tool and create all my own templates. And then one of my friends told me, why would you do that when all you have to do is just save templates as a signature on Google? And I was like, that's genius. How have I never thought of that before? So now I've written all my emails through templates and save them as signatures, so every time I have something that I frequently say, whether it's a quote or it's advice or a free blog, or they need to know how to use Snapchat and I want to redirect them to my Snapchat 101 on my website, I just pick that signature and then I send it. So I think it really comes down to how well is your CRM set up, and do you have the time to set it up properly? Because if you don't, and you don't have a team to be able to do it for you or with you, I'm with Hillel on this one. I think it's kind of a waste of time. And so those were all the questions that came in that were related to each other. There's several others that I could go over, but I would love to answer anything that you guys have that you want to know. I know we don't have a really big audience, and I'm really sad about it, but it's only episode 1. It's time to like start building stuff up as we go. Oh, hey, Sonia! I love that you're supporting me from your car. You're adorable. You just missed us going over everything. So let's see, what are some random tips I could give you? Talk to everyone. You're better than no one. Everyone has something to contribute. Everybody has something to say. And even if you think they're completely irrelevant to your business, okay, here we go. Here's going to be a funny story that I'm pretty sure Shannon's going to laugh at me for. So Shannon and I, when we first met, we were on Snapchat, and I watched her stories, but I'm not looking to buy a home, and I wasn't doing the Snapchat house yet, so real estate agent was kind of irrelevant to me, so I unfollowed her, and then she sent me a message. She was like, oh, well, it says that we're not friends. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I was honest, and I said, well, I'm not looking to buy a house, and I'm not looking to do anything. She goes, yeah, I know, but we should really connect. I would really like to connect with you. And I was like, all right, let's do this. And now, shoot, I don't know what I would do without Shannon. I love watching Shannon's stories. I love engaging with her. I love participating with her business. I love her participation in my business. She just got done doing an amazing Facebook Live. Like, I watched her and went, oh my gosh, I have to go on after her? I like the incorporation of the music. It's like really fantastic. And that being said, Shannon's asking, what's the one thing you would tell someone brand new to propel their business? get in front of it. The sooner you can get in front of your business and they recognize your face and your logo is the same thing, the better you're doing. Because people need to know who the person is behind the business. Because people don't buy businesses, people don't buy products, people don't buy services, people buy people. And so the sooner you can get in front of your business, the better you are. Shannon is the bomb. Shannon is the bomb. Hey, Jim. Jim, do you have any questions? Does anyone in your class have any questions? I would love to answer anything because I only picked 6 questions thinking we were going to have like a huge audience, but I think doing this on paperless marketing was maybe not the best method. I agree. I mean, well, obviously, I just said it, Shannon. I think getting in front of your business, it's one of the best things, best pieces of advice anybody ever told me, because I'd never thought about it. I'd always worked for other companies where they wanted the marketer to kind of be this faceless thing, right? Because I'm talking for BMW or for Chevy or for Century 21 or for, you know, whatever the business was that I was marketing at the time. They didn't want Brianna. They wanted the voice. They wanted me to reflect the voice of the company. But now that I'm my own company, I have to reflect my own voice. And so it's kind of a big deal. When can I teach Snapchat? Whenever. You want to teach Snapchat now? I could teach Snapchat all day. I can give some tips on Snapchat. So there is an amazing program that I played with today called snapcut.xyz. I had to visually think about it in my head. It is a website that allows you to have, like, it pulls GIFs and it puts it in a vertical form, and then you can record it on your phone. So in case you're not comfortable on Snapchat yet, you don't want to show your face, or you don't really want to get out in front of anything, but you want to be able to produce information, kind of like a YouTube video that doesn't really have any people in it yet, this is a great way to do it. I was able to create that Jennifer Aniston GIF this morning on Snapchat and took it and used it on every single other platform because it was hilarious. Because I'm sure you guys all know the Brangelina thing broke up and now Brad Pitt's a free agent, which I am really excited about. Don't tell my husband. Although he's sitting right here giggling at me. But come on, man, he's on my list of people that you get away with. So I'm really excited to hear about that, but it was still fun to make fun of the memes, and I was really glad that String Story, who is a really great Snapchatter, talked about Snapcut, because I would have never known. I constantly edit them and then upload them to my camera roll and then share them, and I was like, oh, this is so much easier. This is great. Are you laughing at me for Brad Pitts? You're so silly, Shannon. Let's see, what other Snapchat things? You can, and this is probably a silly thing, but a lot of people don't realize that you can actually highlight the words on your Snapchat. So after you type and it comes up on your screen, you can go back into it and highlight just 1 or 2 words and change the color. So if you really want to like make something pop, there's also different apps to change the font. And if you have an Android, I think my husband can do it. He can just change the font in like text messaging or something and then save it and copy and paste, and he's got a different font. So that stands out really well too. And now the words actually are sticky. And so just like the stickers where you could have them follow along, you can actually have the words follow along. So when Nate wants to be silly in the background, I can follow him and call him a dork whenever I want. There's no escaping my Snapchat game. So that's pretty cool. What else? Oh, it's great for networking. There are so many great people on Snapchat, and all of them are incredibly personable, incredibly transparent, and so willing to talk to you. And if you don't know how to find them, there's 2 great apps for that. You have Ghost Codes, which is great for, a lot of people call it a popularity contest. Either way, it gives you 30-second intros to people to get to know who they are before you start following them. Because I'm not going to lie to you, once you start adding people, it becomes incredibly hard to keep up with the amount of stories they produce. The other day I was watching and it took me almost 5 excuse me, 5.5 hours to get through my Snapchat feed. That's too many hours. Way too many hours. Way too many hours. So usually it's good to pick a few people that you want to follow. I organize mine by belief system. I realize that sounds a little banana cakes, but if it's got a little cute star, then I know that they feel the same way I do about social media and business, and so they're people that I look to when I'm feeling down or maybe don't feel as confident as I should. And then I have other people that I just enjoy watching, like there is an old man in Canada. His name's Clifford. He's fantastic. He's like in his 80s, and every morning he wakes up and says the same thing, and I get to see everything he eats for the day, and he's so full of wisdom, and he's done so many different things over the years that I just like him. So he's got like a little kissy mark. So if I'm just looking for entertainment, then I know who to go to. Another great reference to find people on Snapchat is Snapdex. It's new, or it's relatively new. It's about maybe a month old, maybe. And they run Chat Snap on Twitter, along with another girl who I know I should know her name, and I'm blanking on it because it's just, I have too many names in my head. But Snapdex allows you to actually showcase snaps. Unfortunately, they don't let you show video snaps, which is primarily what I do, so I had to like really root around to find some things to showcase. But they let you showcase your snaps, they let you showcase a bio, your website, any other social links, and you can leave recommendations for other snappers. So you can tell others how engaging they are, or what kind of information they provide, or how useful it is, or not useful it is. And so that's kind of like the yellow book of Snapchat. So again, that's Snapdex. Let's see if I can, should have grabbed my stylus. There is, oh way. Oh, your phone doesn't let you. Never mind, I'm kidding. Nate's phone doesn't let me do it. On my phone, on obviously the iPhone that won't actually let me use Facebook Live, I can actually click up here in the corner. It's like a little doodly dad where I can write. I was going to write the thing, so I will make sure for anybody who is watching to put the link there, but it's Snapdex, snapdex.com. And then if you want to find me, it's snapdex.com/KUSNIB05, and that way you can take a look and see how they're set up, or browse anyone else. I'm not the only person on Snapchat. Take a look at their profiles, see how you want to set it up, see if you want to set one up for your business. I've started to see people use Snapchat for business, like just for businesses, but I also see really bad businesses doing it. Taco Bell's terrible. For some reason, they have the Snap code on every single receipt that I get, and I added them, and I was like, but there's nothing going on here. I don't understand. And Shannon, I agree with you. You should organize yours. I held off on for a very, very long time, and I'm very happy that I finally did. It makes it so much easier to stay up to date with people like you, or Jason, or Avery, or Jonathan, just because when I see the little stars, I know. And I have to be honest, Aaron Adele told me to do it, and I fought him for quite a while until I sat down one day straight and went through 5.5 hours of Snapchat. And then I went, maybe he's got something, maybe he's got a point here, maybe I should investigate it. And it took me like a week to do it. So it's time consuming. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But I want to open it up to you guys. What questions do you have other than Snapchat that you want answered about marketing, or about social media, or about email marketing, or about branding, or about literally anything? I could talk for days, but if you're not going to make me, I can sign off. I'm sure my husband would be really excited to have my help with the YouTube video, because we're doing the Panther pitch and we're getting subtitles on there, and he put all the slides. So my expert panel will be available shortly, and you'll be able to see everybody they threw on there, Shannon included, which I'm really excited about. He did a really good job. I'm so glad to have him as part of my team. So yeah, guys, tell me, you got anything going on? What about an icebreaker? There's 5 of you here. So I was having problems with phones, like always. As useful as social media and technology is for building our brands and getting our businesses out there, What hiccups have you experienced? I'd love to know. Tell me in the comments. I know my biggest problem, for those of you who don't know, I live in the middle of 6 acres, so it's really hard to keep a signal here. I also live in a really tiny 600 square foot house, and so another problem with doing live was, where are we going to do it? I literally have this. This is the corner because it looks nice, but as I drop things, this is the living room. That's also the dining room and the living room and the entertainment area. You know you like that Nintendo. And then it's just like a kitchen hallway, and then bedroom and Paperless Marketing's office. That's it. That's what I'm working with here. So it's very difficult to find good spots that are visually engaging in the background. But also, it's hard to find a place without a kitten or a dog. So that gets tricky. Well, if nobody has anything else that they would like me to talk about, I'm going to wrap it up. And thank you for everybody who came out and joined me. And next time, maybe we'll do this on Brianna's normal Facebook. So that way we can get a little bit more engagement. So that way I can properly address all of your guys' questions. Because I know you guys had them. I had so many I had to pick. And I wish I would have written them all down, so that way I could have gone over all of them. And you're welcome, Shannon. I appreciate you being here. Oh, you're welcome, Laura. And I hope to talk to you guys again soon. And if you didn't get a chance to catch this live, and you have a question, or you want me to expand on something that I talked about, message me. I almost said swipe up. Message me, and I would be more than happy to talk to you. So, good night, guys.